discuss in this webinar. I will draw your attention to 4 aspects. The first one, very important also for the leadership, is all-of-government approach that lead the way in advanced countries. Then member states are paying closer attention to multi-channel service delivery. Developing countries are making progress in e-participation. And then citizens are demanding more services. These 4 topics are very important and we will analyze. So, all-of-government approaches. In 2012, survey found that many member states are moving from a separate single-purpose organization model to an integrated, unified, all-of-government model contributing to efficiency and effectiveness. The model aims at centralizing the entry point for service delivery to a single portal where citizens can access all government-supplied services regardless of which government authority provides them. In some countries, the all-of-government approach helps build a transparent government system which interconnected departments and divisions, feeding into the goal of greater government efficiency and effectiveness. Of course, to implement an all-of-government approach, and it's not an easy work, and require a lot of time, and it's not only about technology. The technology is really the easiest part, but it's about human capital, human management. It's about the capacity to have, and the role of the CIO, the Chief Executive Officer, that really can lead this process, and more. Multi-channel service delivery. This year's survey also indicated that the global infrastructure access improved, with the global average ICT index value reflecting an increase in mobile penetration, and the global average number of mobile subscriptions for 100 inhabitants is now almost 88.5. Broadband penetration, however, remained very low, with a global average of only 8.7 fixed broadband connections per 100 inhabitants. Mobile-based technology have become the most rapidly developing countries, but rural areas with very little access to telephone can now benefit from mobile and broadband services to access services. So really it's very important not only look at the fixed broadband, but the multi-channel service delivery is extremely important. Then about e-participation. Many developing countries have adopted citizen inclusion as key in providing customer-oriented services. While the Republic of Korea and the Netherlands are the world leaders, also Singapore and Kazakhstan, to say in Asia, are close behind, followed by the UK and US. Europe has the largest share of the top e-participation countries. But despite progress, the gains are not spread evenly, both across and within countries, with the majority still offering low levels of engagement and e-participation possibilities. So we need to work more on this. Last one is about citizen demand. They really demand more services. While the primary focus of member states has been the provision of services from a supplier perspective, recently there has been a shift toward a more consumer demand-driven policies and greater emphasis on citizen usage. Nevertheless, the level of citizen uptake currently remains low. According to the UN Survey 2012, only 24 countries openly promote free access to e-government services through free Wi-Fi or kiosks, and leveraging social media for the benefit of the e-services uptake is another area where a greater effort can make a difference, since currently only 40% of member states are using social networking sites. So let's go quickly to the conclusion in a way that then we can have the Q&A session. So in this brief introduction of the UN e-government survey, I have presented aspects of its methodology, a summary of the main results covering all 193 United Nations member states, and some of the main findings that I believe are relevant for the It also shows and integrated processes. Moreover, by addressing not only the digital gap, but also the capacity gap, governments are re-engineering the enabling environment for regarding the e-government as a backbone of key public sector operations. Therefore, in conclusion, in this presentation is a broad background against which I hope to open a productive discussion with all of the participants of this webinar. I want also to take advantage of this webinar to ask for your feedback, comments, and suggestions on trends and challenges to be captured in the next 2014 survey. And but I will leave the task to deliver the question for discussion to the facilitator, the moderator of the webinar. I really thank you so much for your attention and for your passion. I'm here for your question. I give the floor to the moderator.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Quero. Folks, now we are open for the Q&A, question and answers. If you notice on your webinar console, there is a hand icon. So if you have any question, you can raise your hand and I will give you the opportunity to speak to Mr. Quero directly. Or you could equally post your questions in the chat box and I will be happy to read them over for you. So if you can start raising your hands, I can give you an opportunity and I will unmute you, and I see already there's a hand raised. So let me, and once I unmute you, please do introduce yourself first and then you can ask the question to Mr. Quero. Yes, Mr. Rakesh Bilwal, can you hear us? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Jafri, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Rakesh, could you please introduce yourself to the whole audience and Mr. Quero, and then please feel free to ask the question.
Yeah, I wish a very good evening from the Sultanate of Oman to all of the attendees of this interesting presentation. I'm very happy to see the results which Mr. Aquiro has brought to us, and in fact we are touching the 50% base, means all the countries together, they are doing very well. The question was very interesting, and the presentations and the methodology I found it very interesting, though there are some doubts how there was a remarkable shift in only 2 years in case of Jordan, in case of Bahrain, in case of Oman. Oman did fairly well and I must congratulate it. Now my question is, Mr. Aquiro, I think when you rightly said that earlier we were having a perspective of suppliers as far as e-government services were concerned, and now consumer demands are coming, and with that our perspective should also change. I have been studying this area since last 4 or 5 years, and I have published a couple of papers in the area of e-governance, and where I have advocated to follow the marketing approach. because we can definitely establish an infrastructure for that, but until we make our people aware that this provision is for you, this is how you can do it, this is how what you can do through it, I think people will not buy it. So how do you think that a marketing perspective, do you feel that it is missing in our approach? And if we resort to that perspective, our results can be better in the next round or next phase of e-governance survey? Thank you.
For your question, yes,
Yeah,
Mr. Quero.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Quero.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Because I lost some of the issues. I first of all, because the first part was a little bit not clear in terms of sound. So I believe the participant is from Oman, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Perfect. And I heard about the first question is about the result of Oman and their performance. Is correct? I have clearly understood.
Yes, yes. I was saying that the methodology is fairly well, but I saw some deviations, like Jordan declined sharply, Bahrain's performance declined sharply, while Oman's performance increased sharply.
Yeah.
So what, in 2 years only, what could be the reason?
Well, as I have shown in my slides about the methodology, because it's really important to understand how we do this assessment, and the reason why we are using this quantitative approach to assess in qualitative modality the e-government readiness and performance. What I'm saying is that many countries, and I know very well now that the issue of Oman, Oman is doing very good. But as you see, in our e-government survey, we have 3 indicators. One is our online, based on our online indexes. So we structure the model that we have implemented is a very simple model, because it's just when we do the assessment, we just answer, we look at some feature and we answer yes or no, yes or no. If the feature are there, we answer yes. There is no way to, and this yes becomes a number that is just 1. But when we, as soon as we find one feature, then there is some questions that go more in depth, means that ask for more information, and it means also that give a